Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I am back with another video, and this time we're going to be doing a beautiful set of I don't even know what to call this, zebra and lips and glitter and bling. So anyways, we're going to go ahead and get started. So first thing that I'm doing is I'm going in with a pair of nippers to remove the bling. This set has been on for a while. I think she came in before I went to Florida for Christmas, so it's definitely been a while. So once we remove the bling, I'm going to go in with a quartz drill bit. As you guys know, it is a safety quartz drill bit just because it's so coarse that you don't want to cut someone. So make sure that you get a safety one. And we're just going to go through and remove the polish, which I think it was just a top coat, a gel top coat. And then as you can see, I'm also removing that encapsulated glitter that was on two of the nails. So again, you do have to make sure that you're using a quartz drill bit if you're having to remove a lot of products. So in this case, it was the acrylic on this nail that had the encapsulated glitter, and then of course just the gel polish. So once we're done doing this, we're going to go ahead and move on to the next step, which will be pushing back the cuticles. And also I do want to apologize for the view. I was messing with my tripod the other day and I kind of messed it up. It was like in a perfect position, and now I'm having to mess with it, and I didn't realize it until I was editing the video. So please don't mind that. Alrighty, so once we finish filing the nails, I'm going to go in with my Tammy Taylor Peel and Stick Cuticle Pusher, and we're just going to push those cuticles back. And once we're done doing this, we're going to go in with our 180 sanding band to remove the shine from the natural nail. And as you can see, she is missing her thumbnail, so we're going to go ahead and replace that as well. But remember, whenever you're filing the shine from the natural nail, we're literally just removing the shine. We're not filing to thin the nail out, literally just getting that shine off the nail, because if not, we will get lifting. And again, this is a 180 sanding band. Alrighty, so once we finish removing the shine, I sized her tip and applied the tip with the KDS glue. And now I'm just shaping up the nail. Of course, the other nails are coffin, so we're just going to make sure that we shape this into a coffin shape. So as always, filing the sides at a 45-degree angle and the free edge exactly at a 90-degree angle to make sure that it's nice and straight. And then after that, we're just going to blend the tip right in the middle to make sure that it's nice and blended. That way it looks a lot more natural once we apply the acrylic. So after that, we just dust the nails off, and now I'm going in with a primer. So as you guys know, the primer that I use is by OPI, and it works really good for me. And the reason why I use it is because I have a lot of it. So up next, I'm going to go ahead and apply the acrylic. So I'm going to be using my Mia Secret acrylic system as always. And then for the nails that had the ombre, I'm going to go in and fill those back in with the Mia Secret Cover Pink or actually Cover Rose. As you guys know, that's my favorite one, and I finally got a bigger jar of it because I had run out. And for my brush, I'm using my Alpha brush in a number 9. As you guys know, I do have a promo code for them, so I'll be sure to leave that down in the description. But as always, just filling in the back, placing your bead closer to the cuticle area, and just blending it down towards the tip, making sure that you clean around that cuticle area really good. And as always, whenever I do the ombre nails, I go back in and encapsulate them with either clear acrylic or my regular pink by Mia Secret, which is really translucent, but whatever works for you is fine. And then as you can see, she only had this one on this hand. Her thumb was ombre at first before it broke off, and I asked her if she wanted to keep it ombre, and she said no because she knew she was going to get polish over it, so she didn't care. So for the rest of the nails, we're just going to fill them in with the regular acrylic, which is the pink. As you guys know, I get my Mia Secret acrylic system from eBay. I've also bought from another online store, but it kind of just varies to depending on like who has it in stock. But again, we just apply our bead closer to the cuticle area, brushing it down towards the tip, applying more if you need it. So usually I do like 2 beads. I do a small one and then I come back and do another one, again brushing it down towards the tip and cleaning around that cuticle area really good. And also make sure that whenever you apply your acrylic around that cuticle area, you don't just sit it right on the cuticle. Just place it really close to it, and with your brush just pat it down, and you will see it moving towards that cuticle, and then come back and clean around the cuticle area. That way it's nice and neat. And then as always, make sure that you look at your nail from different angles, because I could tell you that I'm doing 2 beads, but you will see me go back and add a little bit more, and that's only if you need it. You don't have to add more acrylic if you don't need it. If you look at the nail from the side and you have a nice stress area and it's good to go, then obviously just move on to the next nail. Alrighty, so we're going to get a closer view. So again, place your bead closer to the cuticle area, and as you can see with my brush, I kind of just pushed it up and then brushed it down towards the tip, clean around the cuticle area, and then if you need to, come back and add another bead. But it's really important that you clean around that cuticle area, because if you don't, you will get lifting. So it's really, really important. Again, just look at your nail from the sides to see if you need to add a little bit more, because you don't want the nail to be super flat. You want it to have that arch or that C curve, or sorry, not C curve, but that arch or that apex, or I'm not sure what else people call it, but you want to make sure it's not super flat, because if not, it will break off really easily. So next we're going to go ahead and do the thumb. And right here, you will see me trying to dig out a little ball of, I guess it was dried up acrylic that was in the powder. So I was trying to get that out. And next, we're going to go ahead and apply a second bead. So as you can see, you don't have to stick to a certain method, because I think I've said this before, but like say your first bead is pretty big and you have that nice thickness on your tip, then you definitely don't have to come back and add the third bead, fourth bead, because if it's, you know, good, then there's no point of coming back and adding more, because then you'll have a lot of filing to do. So that's why I say that it's really important to always look at your nail from different angles, because that's going to determine if you need to add more acrylic or not. Alrighty, so for this hand, we're going to be filling in that middle finger and the thumb with the Mia Secret Cover Rose. So it's the same thing, just place your bead, brushing it down towards the tip, and then the only difference is that you have to come back and encapsulate that with either clear or the translucent pink. But either way, it's fine whether you're doing the all clear nails or the ombre nails. The process will always be the same as far as, you know, needing a nice apex and making sure that your nail tip is strong enough. So it's going to be the same steps, just different color acrylics. Alrighty, so I finished applying the acrylic, so now we're going to go in and reshape the nails. So as always, I'm using my 100 nail file and I'm just reshaping the nails. As you guys know, after you apply the acrylic or even once they come back for a feel with tear and wear, it kind of rounds off the corners. So we literally just have to go in and make sure that we have that perfect coffin shape that we want. Again, this is a 100 nail file and we're just reshaping those nails. Make sure that you're following the sides at a 45-degree angle and the free edge exactly at a 90-degree angle to make sure that it's nice and straight. Alrighty, so now I'm going in with my fine drill bit. As always, we start around that cuticle area, just going back and forth. I start on the right side, working my way around the nail to the left side. And you want to make sure that you seal that cuticle area really good. And what I mean by sealing is you want to make sure that there is no gaps in between the natural nail and the acrylic, because if not, water will get trapped under there and it's going to cause the nail to lift. So make sure that, again, you follow around that cuticle area really good and then just following the rest of the nail as you go. So as you can see, I'm following the cuticle area now, and then with the belly of my file, I just file the rest of the nail to make sure it's nice and smooth. And then of course, if you are able to apply your acrylic really nice and smooth, then you won't have to do a lot of filing at the end as far as like filing the rest of the nail like me. You just have to focus on that cuticle area to make sure that it's nice and neat and sealed. So again, this is a fine drill bit and it is a ceramic one. The difference between this one and the carbide one is just literally the material, but they both do the same thing. Alrighty, so now we're going to go in with a buffer and we're just going to buff all of our nails. And remember, this is just to get rid of any of the scratches left from our e-file or our hand file, and it's just going to make sure that the nail is nice and smooth. So once we're done buffing the nail, we're just going to dust the nails off and wipe them off with an alcohol wipe. Or of course, you could have your client go wash their hands, whatever works for you. Alrighty, so the nails are nice and clean. So now we're going to go in with our polish. So the first color that I'm using is this Madam Glam gel polish in the color Perfect Black. And we're just going to do this on the middle finger, the pinky, and the thumb. Again, this is Madam Glam gel polish in the color Perfect Black. And I do have a promo code for them, so I'll be sure to leave that down in the description. And then also I'm going to be doing a collaboration with them and their Valentine's Day collection. So I'm really excited about that, and I'm eager to see what kind of Valentine's Day things I'm gonna be doing. But anyways, as you can see, for this one I'm doing the tip just black, and then with my small cleanup brush by Alpha Brush, I'm just cleaning around that small line. And this is my I believe it's a French brush and a number 6 by Alpha Brush. Again, I do have a promo code for them, so I will be sure to leave that down in the description. So we're gonna go ahead and finish this one off, and then we're gonna put it under the light for 30 seconds, and we're gonna go ahead and do the same thing on the other hand. Well, not exactly the same thing, but same color on the other hand. Well, never mind. Before we move on to the other hand, I'm going to go ahead and do a drip effect on this index finger. And I'm just using the color Spring Petals by Madam Glam, which is also a gel polish. So as you can see with my small nail art brush, it's like I do a dot and then I drag it up towards the cuticle, and then I come back in and just connect all of the drips and then just fill in the back, and that's pretty much it. So you can do this with a small nail art brush, whatever brush you want to use, but this is what works for me. Again, this is in the color Spring Petals by Madam Glam. Alrighty, so now we're going to move on to the other hand. Again, we're going to place that one under the light for 30 seconds. So for this hand, the first thing that I'm doing is I'm going in with this Birthday Suit polish by Essie, and it's a regular polish, and it's just like an off-white. So for this pinky, I'm going to be doing pearls. So as you guys know, I like to do just a regular polish underneath those nails with bling or pearls. So next, we're going to go in with that same Perfect Black by Madam Glam, and we're going to do that on a few fingers on this hand as well. Alrighty, so for this middle finger, I'm going to go in with that same pink in the color Spring Petals. As you can see, I'm just doing the tip. I'm going to come back in with my French brush and clean up that small line to make sure that it's nice and clean. And then I'm going to sprinkle some glitter over it. So the glitter that I'll be using, I believe it's from Michaels. And if it's not from Michaels, it's from Walmart. And it's just a light pink. So I'm going to go ahead and use a metal cuticle pusher. I put the little container right below the nail. That way we don't make a mess. And I just sprinkle the glitter over the top of the nail. And then once you have a full coverage, then you just go back in and gently tap the glitter. That way it's not like, you know, clumped up or anything. And then after that, we're going to go ahead and finish the other nails. And the glitter that I'm using, it's literally like the Crafts glitter. I used to get it from Dollar Tree, which I have a lot from Dollar Tree, but of course there's some colors that Dollar Tree doesn't have, so I go to Michaels or Walmart. But I seen that Dollar Tree has like the bigger, like they're making them bigger, so it's probably like 2 or 3 times more glitter than they used to have before. I didn't buy none when I seen them because I have a lot of it. But if you are interested in getting some glitter, just loose glitter, Dollar Tree has some good ones. So anyways, next we're gonna go into the first hand and we're gonna draw some lips. So I'm using that same Spring Petals color, and as you can see, I do kind of like an M and then just fill in the bottom, and then I'm going back in and do like the bottom lip, and same thing, just using that same color. And next I'm gonna go in with this white nail art paint by Broadway, I think. And I get these from my local Dollar General, and they're really, really good. So as you can see, I'm just doing some lines all over the nail. I have some coming in from the left side, other coming in from the right side, and some of them connect, some of them don't. Some of them are smaller and some are bigger. So just draw your random lines, and then as you can see, I'm kind of wiggling them around as I go. That way it's not just a straight line. So I'm gonna do that on the pinky and then this thumb as well. So again, just draw your lines, making sure that you wiggle them around, making sure you're making them different sizes, because of course a zebra is not, perfect. The lines are not perfect, so our nails are not going to be perfect lines either. Alrighty, so same thing for this hand. We're going to go in and draw the lines. Again, this is in the color white, or just the white by Broadway nail art paint. And they are from Dollar General. I know, like, the other day I had somebody asking me, like, why do I use like cheap products, and I'm guessing she's talking about this, and I know she was talking about my Mia Secret system. And I just want to address that it's kind of just whatever works for you. I've worked with other like bigger brands, and like, what was it, like OPI, and I've worked with Tammy Taylor, and they were just not for me. With OPI I had a lot of lifting. With Tammy Taylor I feel like it was just too sticky, and I just didn't like them. So you're gonna find things that work for you that might not work for others. Some are gonna be expensive, some are gonna be on the cheaper side, but again, that's why I always say whatever works for you is fine. But anyways, we're gonna continue, and for this now, as you can see, I'm doing the drip effect. So same thing, you draw your little dot and then you drag it up towards the cuticle area, and then you go back in and connect them. So this is in the color Paradise by Madam Glam, and it's just like a silver holographic glitter. So up next, we're going to be applying some of our bigger pieces, and for that I'm using my hard gel, and as always I just pick up a little bit with my brush, place it on the nail, and then I just come back in and pick up my bigger pieces with my wax pencil and place them on the nail to make a little cluster. And after that, we cure this for 30 seconds. Alrighty, so we applied the bigger pieces. So now I'm going to go in with my SS6 and SS12. And for those, I'm going to be using my Mia Secret Gel Resin. As you guys know, I get this from eBay. Or not eBay, but Amazon. So I'll be sure to leave that down in the description. And then, of course, I'm just using my wax pencil to pick those pieces up. And as always, if you need to go back and apply more glue, just apply it as you go. That way it doesn't dry up. Alrighty, and I have to go back in and finish off the lips because I totally forgot. So I'm just going in with my small nail art brush. I'm using white polish to fill in the top part, which will be the teeth. Once that's a little bit dry, we're going to come back in and do the outline of the teeth. And then I'm also going to be doing a glitter drip coming out of the mouth. So as you can see, same thing, just draw your dot, drag it up towards the top, and then just connect them all at the top, and it gives you the drip effect. And then I'm going to go ahead and finish off the bling. So for this one, I'm just doing the outline where the small line is. And then I'm also going to be using the activator spray, which literally just helps that glue dry a lot faster. So that's what you see me spraying here. Now, as I always say, it's not necessary that you use it or mandatory, but I do recommend it because I honestly feel like it makes the bling last a lot longer whenever you spray them with the activator. And then also you don't have to wait until the glue dries to go back and apply the top coat. Alrighty, and again for this one, we're doing the pearls. So same thing, apply the Mia Secret gel resin, and then I'm just gonna go in with the pearls, and it's literally the same thing. We have two different sizes, so we just alternate between the different sizes until we fill in the whole nail. But I always start at the cuticle area, work my way around the nail, starting on the right side, and just work my way around, and then just fill in the nail as I go. But make sure that you alternate between the two different sizes to fill in the gaps as you go. Alrighty, so now I'm just going to go in with my IBD gel top coat, and we're going to apply that over all of the nails. Once we're done with this, we're going to go ahead and cure each hand for 60 seconds. Alrighty, y'all, so here is the final look. They turned out really pretty. Those colors just look so good together. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram at GetNail32, and I'll see you guys next time.